Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about annotated bibliography. Let us see what is annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography is a list of citations to books, articles, and documents. Each citation is followed by a brief, usually 150 words. It can be descriptive and evaluative paragraph. That is called annotation. The purpose of the annotation is to inform the reader of the relevance, accuracy, and the quality of the sources cited. So, what is the difference between an annotation and an abstract? Annotations are descriptive and critical. They expose the author's point of view, clarity, and appropriateness of expression and authority. Abstracts are the purely descriptive summaries often found at the beginning of a scholarly article, journals, or in periodicals. So, why do we need an annotated bibliography? It provides a literature review on a particular subject. It helps to formulate a thesis on a subject. It demonstrates the research you have performed on a particular subject. It provides examples of major sources of information available on a topic. So it's a type of literature review, we can say. There are different types of annotations. The definition of an annotation is an added note that explains something in a text. There are three types of annotated bibliographies. They are summary annotations, critical annotations, and a combination of the former two. Summary annotations are further classified into informative and indicative annotations. So, what is a summary annotation? Summary annotations can be an informative one or an indicative one. There are main features of summary annotations. They show a summary of the source content. They highlight the arguments and proofs, evidence mentioned in the work. They sometimes describe the author's methodology and any theories used. They offer the conclusion of the source. They do not evaluate the work they are discussing. So this is an example of a descriptive annotation. See, first you will write the citation. Breeding Evil, 2005, August 6, Economist. But that is a citation. It can be written in any form like APA form, Vancouver form, any style of writing reference. And that will be followed by a description, that is annotation. So in this particular article, the editorial from The Economist describes the controversy surrounding video games and the effect they have on people when they use them. The author points out that skepticism of new media have gone back to the time of ancient Greeks, so this controversy surrounding video games is nothing new. The article also points out that most critics of gaming are people over 40, and it's an issue of generations not understanding one another rather than of the games themselves. As the youth of today grow older, the controversy will die out. So this way you can write the annotation for any article or for any literature. Then the informative annotations. This type of annotation is a summary of the source. An informative annotation should include the thesis of the work, arguments or hypothesis, proofs, and a conclusion. Informative annotations provide a straight summary of the source material. They summarize all relevant information about the author and the main points of the work. To write an informative annotation, begin by writing the thesis, then develop it with the argument or hypothesis, list the proofs, and state the conclusion. Then indicative annotated bibliographies. Indicative annotated bibliographies. Indicative annotations do not provide actual information from the source. They provide overall information about what kind of questions or issues are addressed by the work, for example, through chapter titles. In the indicative entry, there is no attempt to give actual data such as hypothesis, proofs, etc. Evaluative annotations. This type of annotations assess the source's strengths and weakness in terms of usefulness and quality. Evaluative annotated bibliographies do more than just summarizing. They provide critical appraisals. They evaluate the source or author critically to find any biases, lack of evidence, objectives, etc. They show how the work may or may not be useful for a particular field of study or audience. They explain how researching the material assisted a project. Then there is an analytical or critical. An analytical or critical annotations not only summarizes the material, it analyzes what is being said. It examines the strength and weakness of what is presented, as well as describing the applicability of the author's conclusions to the research being conducted. For most of the annotated bibliographies, however, you'll be writing analytical or critical annotations. So in most of the annotated bibliographies, you'll be writing analytical or critical annotations. So this is an example which has already been discussed. Example of an analytical annotation. And combination annotations means is a combination of this type of annotation will summarize or describe the topic and then evaluate the useful sources usefulness and a summary. Usually also includes a detailed analysis on the reason the article was written. Then, what is the format of writing annotated bibliography? Annotated bibliographies usually contain mainly two sections, the bibliographic information section and the annotation section. The bibliographic section, there are also bibliography annotations that combine all three types like MLA, APA and Chicago style. When deciding on the style for an annotated bibliography, one should consider its purpose and instructions given. The bibliographic information. There are also bibliography annotations that combine all three types, MLA, APA and Chicago style. When deciding on the style for an annotated bibliography, one should consider its purpose and the instructions given. Regardless of the formatting style required, all annotated bibliographic pieces need to follow the same rule. The author's last name should be the only part that is flush left, while the rest of the text requires to be indented. The annotation for each source are written in a paragraph form. The length of the annotations can vary significantly from a couple of sentences to a couple of pages. The length of annotation should be between 100 and 200 words. When writing summaries of sources, the annotation may not be very long. However, when writing an extensive analysis of each source, more space may be needed. A few sentences of general summary followed by several sentences of how the work fits into a larger paper or project that can be useful when writing a draft. So as discussed earlier, the parts, the annotated bibliography contains a summary and evaluation of the text and a reflection on its applicability to his or her own research respectively. So these are the main components of annotated bibliography: a full bibliographic citation, author's background, purpose of the work, scope of the work, main argument, audience for whom it was written, and the methodology. Both methodology and research methods did the work employ. Then the viewpoint, the sources, reliability of the source, conclusion, features, strengths and weaknesses, comparison, voice or personal conclusion provides an opinion of the work of a reaction to the source based on other available works, prior knowledge of the subject matter or knowledge pools done by other researchers. The process. Creating an annotated bibliography calls for the application of a variety of intellectual skills, exposition, succinct analysis, and informed library research. First, locate and record citations to books, periodicals, and documents that may contain useful information and ideas on your topic. Briefly examine and review the actual items. Then choose works that provide a variety of perspectives on your topic. Cite the book, article, or document using the appropriate style. So write a concise annotations that summarize the central theme and scope of the book or article. Include one or more sentences that evaluate the authority or background of the author, comment on the intended audience, compare and contrast this work with another you have cited, explain how this work illuminates your bibliographic topic. So this is an example of annotated bibliography written in an APA style format. See this Murray S. This is a book, I think. The Library and Illustrated History, Chicago, Skyhouse Publishing. This Murray's book offers an in-depth look at the history of the library since ancient times. He incorporates beautiful illustrations, quotations, and descriptions of numerous libraries worldwide. This book states the history of the evolution of the book from era to era. It also serves as a primary source of information for research in library history. This is a good book that should be of interest to book lovers and librarians. So this is how bibliography is written. This describes about the book and its main contents. This is another bibliography of a journal article. So this here, the authors, researchers at the Ranch Corporation in Brown University use data from the National Longitudinal Surveys of young women and young men to test their hypothesis that non-family living by young adults alters their attitudes, values, plans, and expectations, moving them away from their belief in traditional sex roles. They find their hypothesis strongly supported in young females. So, like that, what it is, the content, the summary of the is written. Then another APS style. This is about a book. A book of non-fiction based on the journalist's experiential research attempts to assert whether it is currently possible for an individual to live on a minimum wages in America, taking jobs as a waitress, a maid, and a cleaning service, and Walmart sale employee. The author summarizes and reflects on her work, her relationship with fellow workers, and her financial struggles in each situation. So, this is how. This annotated bibliography is written in Chicago Manual of Style Annotation. So first you write the citation and then you write the annotations. So citations can be written any of the styles, like any style of reference. It could be a APS style, it could be Chicago style, it could be Vancouver style. So annotation above both summarizes and assesses the book. In the citation, the first paragraph provides a brief summary of the author's project in the book, covering the main points of the work. The second paragraph points out the project's strengths and evaluates its methods and presentation. This particular annotation does not reflect on the source potential importance or usefulness for this person's own research. So this is another example which is written in MLA style. It's all about annotated bibliographies. You'll write the citation and then you will write the summary of the article or the book which you have read. Thank you for patient listening. If you are watching the channel for the first time, please do subscribe to the channel and wait for more educational videos.